The Carolina Panthers have finally released Cam Newton, and now the question mark stands on where does Cam play next? Now, like always, I'm NFL Global. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel for all of your NFL content. We cover trades, signings, releases, draft, all of that great stuff, all the important news around the NFL that you're not going to want to miss. So by now, I'm sure you all know that the Carolina Panthers have released former first overall pick in the 2011 draft, 30-year-old 6'5" quarterback Cam Newton. Newton definitely left his mark over there in Carolina as he sets a franchise all-time leader in passing yards with 29,041, passing touchdowns with 182, passing attempts with 3,980, pass completions with 2,371, to go along with 19 300-yard passing games, 58 rushing touchdowns, and 68 wins by a quarterback. In 2015, Cam Newton was also the first player in franchise history to be selected as NFL Most Valuable Player and Offensive Player of the Year. He also helped lead the Panthers to an NFC championship and appeared in Super Bowl 50 before, of course, they got clapped. Newton also became the first player in NFL history with at least 30 passing touchdowns with 35 and 10 rushing touchdowns with 10 in a single season. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler in 2011, 2013, and 2015, and he won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Newton played 125 career regular season games with 124 starts. He also started all 7 postseason games in his career and earned a record of 68, 55, and 1. It's no question that Cam Newton lived up to the first round expectation. You know, when he was healthy, he was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. In 2015, when he led the Panthers to a Super Bowl, despite losing it, he was the best quarterback that season. He really gave the Carolina Panthers, especially the offense, that spark they needed. He really gave them that swagger and that confidence. Now, Cam Newton may have had a little bit too much confidence, but nonetheless, I think that a lot of Carolina Panthers fans can admit that while he was healthy, it was very fun watching him. Now, Cam Newton has always been a pretty healthy guy. I mean, let's remember that he was drafted in 2011, and then all the way up to 2015, he played in all 16 games. Well, minus 2014, where he only played 14 games. After that, some question marks kind of started to pop up. In 2016, he played in 15 games, which wasn't bad. 2017, he played the whole season, which was really good. But in 2018, he only appeared in 14 games. And this past season, which was the worst of his entire career, he only played in 2 games. The Carolina Panthers knew that it was time to get rid of Cam Newton. Cam Newton wasn't what he used to be. Cam Newton hasn't been healthy. They brought in a new head coach. They brought in new coaching staff. Ultimately, we all saw this move coming. They signed Teddy Bridgwater. He was out of the house. The Panthers actually wanted to trade Cam Newton. They've been waiting weeks, shopping him on the market, trying to get some type of compensation for him. I mean, let's remember, he's all pro. He's a Pro Bowler. Any other year, a team would have loved to trade for Cam Newton. But because of some of the issues Cam Newton has had, of course, injuries being the biggest one, but 2 being the ego and other comments that he's made, teams just didn't really want to look in that direction. They also, of course, did not want to take on his cap hit for the season. So, ultimately, because of that move, the Carolina Panthers just straight up had to release him. Newton, who continues to get rehab from his foot injury, had a physical in Atlanta who was coordinated by the Panthers agency. And it went pretty well. They actually said that Newton passed his physical and is healthy, both with his shoulder and his foot, and everything is checked out pretty well. So even despite his physical coming back good, his injuries coming back fine, no one wanted to trade for him, and no one has yet picked him up. Of course, when you're a quarterback and you're a quarterback like Cam Newton who loves to rush, I mean, he is the ultimate version of a scrambling quarterback. But when you have issues that have plagued you the past few seasons, both on your throwing arm and your feet, it's going to pose as a big concern for so many more teams. Now, don't get me wrong. I fully expect Cam Newton to be somewhere in the NFL, whether that's a backup role or a starting role or him fighting for a role. We'll just have to see. But it would surprise me for Cam Newton to just sit back like a guy like Colin Kaepernick and not have a home. It'd be really surprising. Newton is definitely ready. He wants to play in the NFL still. He's still working out. The question mark is going to be which team gives him the opportunity. Do you think it's going to be a team like the New England Patriots who don't have a quarterback? Or could it be some surprising team that none of us have in mind just yet? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. Like this video if you found it helpful and informative, and subscribe to the channel for all of your NFL news. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.